So, how many times have you heard me say, cut back this, cut back that? But there is one thing you will never hear me say in terms of cutting back. And it's very, very important. Let's talk about it. Back in a minute. Unbelievable. There goes the bird clock. I couldn't have timed it any better, and I didn't time it. Good morning. Blessed Sunday to you. Happy Sunday. Happy, wonderful, wonderful beginning of a wonderful week. Hope that everybody is doing well. Now, you will hear me on more than one occasion mention cutting back. Cut back here, cut back there, here a cut, there a cut, everywhere a cut. How you doing today? Listen, there is one thing that you should not cut back on, and we're going to get to that in a minute. You've often heard me use the phrase Janet's rule of half, and I have implemented that for years. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about if you could have a half a sandwich instead of eating a whole sandwich, right? Or if you can make, let's say, one loaf of what is my favorite bread that I make very rarely, once in a while. It's just my fast version of a cornbread. So you don't have to eat the whole cornbread in 1 week. You can make the whole cornbread and you could cut it in half or cut it in quarters and put it away. Now, some people think that those kind of savings are trivial, but I happen to disagree, because if you do a little bit of cutting back here and cutting back there, it really, all joking aside, it really does add up. Okay. But what does it add up to? It adds up to savings. Now, you might hear me say, for example, cut back on buying brand new designer clothes, or cut out buying certain designer clothes, because in the real world, as much as people like to wear them, in my honest opinion, this is just one person's opinion. You don't have to agree with it. But in my opinion, sometimes, well, you have to. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying on that. But with all the situations that go on in life. Now, yesterday I put up a video in reference to the time that there was a $300 budget gap. Now, why did it bother me so much? People probably said, what's $300? And under normal terms, yes, what's $300? I wanted to know what happened as to where that hole went. Why was there a gap in my budget? Because I have considered myself pretty darn careful budgeter, and even to the people who are the most careful of budget people can even make a human error in math, can get extremely busy, and they didn't happen to have a second to check if there were any changes on their bills. This is real life. I mean, in a perfect world, those things would never happen. But this is not a perfect world. Okay. So humans make mistakes, some little, some huge. In my case, that was a little mistake, but it bothered me. What bothered me the most? And it is this: what bothered me personally the most is the very thing that whatever you do not cut this out of your budget. You're probably saying by now, well, Jan, I mean, seriously, get to the point. I have to lead it up to here so you can understand. The reason why that $300 gap bothered me was because I felt that I was not saving enough that month. So here's the key: you could cut back on clothing, you could cut back on food, you could cut back on this, on that. Do not cut back on your savings. What? But times are tough, right? Bingo. What? Yes. See where it's all related? Okay. Because in times of abundance, okay, when you don't feel the pinch and you keep going and going and going and you just keep saving and saving and saving and you know with the automatic savings, hello, automated, I will wake up. By the way, I am recording this literally on Sunday morning. So for the first ones who are hearing this recording, just know this that I recorded it. I'm looking at the clock now. Okay, it is Palm Sunday, 2023, and it is 5:04 a.m. Eastern as I speak. So for those loyal folks who listen to me regularly at 5 a.m. Monday through Friday, you're going to get a Sunday upload today. Oh, okay. So if I'm making a couple of phonetic errors, forgive me. But I definitely can use some more of that instant coffee. Just saying, okay? All right. For those that have automated savings taken out automatically out of their paychecks or whatever source of income it is that you have, great. Keep going with that. For those that do not do that, I do recommend it. But if you don't like to do that and you have your own other method of saving, great. You're saving. That's what bothered me that month. That is what bothered me the most. Not to mention the mystery of it. Like, wait a minute, where did it go? But the most important point of today's message is this: do not cut out your savings. Okay. So people say, well, I'd rather buy, that, beautiful, shiny penny pair of shoes. You know what I'm saying? I often refer to it as a shiny new penny. Okay. A bright, shiny new penny. Nah, I don't have to put away for savings this month. Big mistake. I'm sorry. Big mistake. I'm just offering you a really, really good tip. Cut back on here, there, and everywhere. But whatever you do, do not cut back on savings. I know what I'm saying here because, there will be a time that you are going to need it. Not to mention, when you like to start investing, that's the next phase. First, you have to save. You can't invest what you don't have. And that's its own show. Because some people are totally comfortable about that. I'm like, I don't think so. Make sure you have that thing first, okay? Then you could consider, well, again, I'm not getting into it. That's its own show, and that'll take up a whole lot of your time. So, the most important message I want to give out to my friends, to my folks, my regular listeners, and if you are brand new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. By the way, I'm going to come back to you in a minute, but please don't forget to do this because I often forget. I often forget to ask the folks, literally, to subscribe to my channel, to click like. And I see many wonderful content creators. They're like about 20 seconds in their show. Hey, don't forget to subscribe. Okay. I think they're right. What do I do? Jan, think about it. You wait to the end of the show to ask for subscribe? No. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you have not, please click like. If you like the content, there's plenty more content like this. Plenty more. Just saying, just saying. But no, seriously, do not, whatever you do, you could cut back on food. You could cut back on clothing. You could even figure out ways of cutting back on entertainment. I'm sorry. You could find free entertainment. But when you need that money and you don't have an emergency fund, because you didn't think, I don't mean you personally, anyone, you plural, anyone out there, me, anyone, all of us. If we don't take ourselves seriously in the arena of saving, to me, that is a huge mistake. Cut out everything else. But whatever you do, not cut out, cut down. Some things you cut out, cut back, but do not cut back on savings. You remember that one rule. I'm telling you, you will have a better perspective. And don't forget to name it and claim it. There you go. Listen, I want to remind you today that I will have a Sunday afternoon chat. So if you'd like to come back to my channel at 2 p.m. Eastern, going to have a special guest from the, guess what? Steve Young 74 channel. He recently changed his name. I made a mistake yesterday. I think I said everything with Steve Young or everywhere with Steve Young. Whatever the new channel is, I have to get used to it myself. But head on over there. He's coming to my channel this afternoon, and his name will be displayed perfectly. There you go. Hey, listen, everybody relax. Take a deep breath and watch this video clip. Love it. Now, I would like for everyone to be more like this woman. Have an amazing, fantastic day, everybody, and take good care. Take good care of yourselves and each other.